News of Marvel Comics book readers for Stan Lee. My 95.
I never had any idea that these characters would last this long. In fact, I and the people I worked with who co-created them with me, the many talented artists, we just hoped that the books would sell and we could continue to get our salary and be able to pay our rent.
So what do you say, together, you and I, we go ahead and end my 218-match losing streak?
Listen, that's really funny, and you come out here with a lot of courage and a lot of enthusiasm. But let me tell you, a cold hard fact, okay? You're a born loser, and you're gonna die a loser, just like every single person here. So I'm done wasting my time with you. Why don't you just get the hell out of Brooklyn, okay?
Are you gonna hide behind that guitar and that goofy scarf? Are you gonna fight me?
And Elias now has Hawkins right where he wants him. There's drift away. Kurt Hawkins tried. He is now 0 for his last 219.
Kurt Hawkins failed.
Let's dance naked by the fire to the drums. Yeah, let's do this. And tell stories to the rising of the sun. And to the unknown hand in hand, let's run. The stage is set and the show has just begun. Since the dawn was now, we began to chant. When our deities came, we began to dance. Let's dance. Do the two-step. The mermaid song had us all in a trance. We closed our eyes, held hands, and traveled to distant lands. Faith comes by hand from the abundance of the heart. The mouth speaks as a man thinks that his heart so is it. A man can only walk in one direction at a time. This direction is his vision, perception, what he sees. The two are one walk unless they are agreed. Seeking you'll find, asking you'll receive. All movement is controlled by perception. This movement will give me increased pleasure. I am Kurt Hawkins, only known defeat. I am Oscar on an undefeated streak. Right. I am far when you are near me. I am invisible, yet you can see me clearly. I am the fire and the water to put it out. I am your confidence. I am your doubt. Marijuana needs to be legalized, totally, as should be public nudity. I had a dream that the king, that's what it was. We were all outside naked, getting buzzed. There was no Crips, Bloods, or any thugs, no army, navy, or terrorists. Men no longer fought wars. We was loving and respecting self for others, exercising that chi and building up our chakras. I'm victorious even when I'm defeated. I am most powerful like Paul in my weakness. I'm Judas Iscariot, very ready. I'm David. I'm God and the devil, and so are you. I'm so quick to give up and yet dedicated. I'm God and the devil, and so are you. Heaven and hell are the same place at the same time. Last year was the best year of my life. The pain, the joy, the love, the giving. Love is life and life is living. The mermaid song come from the goddess. It will soften up any heart, no matter how hardened. Eventually the spell just wears off, so men become slaves and we draw near to her. I am She-Ra, I am Joan of Arc, I am Sandy Shine, I am Joyce Myers, I am Argon, Pink Floyd, Dr. Dre, I'm your pineal gland when you pray. As we danced by the beach to a song of intoxication, we didn't realize it was almost morning. The birds are chirping and the sun is rising. The tides are changing, but we are still blinded by her song, by her beauty. She lives at different rates into the sea. I'm eating the food that was taken from me, and I eat fast food daily because I'm hungry. There's 100 miles of running to the finish line. I can never make it past mile number 99. Is it better to fail early or later in the race when one never finishes? Psalm 147:3 and 30:11, Matthew 15:27 and 5:8, Proverbs 3:5 and 18:20-22, Philippians 3:14 and 4:13, Mark 11:24, 1 Corinthians 6:9-11, Leviticus 20:13, Galatians 5:1. The foundation. We're told this is beautiful. And if you are not this, then you are not. When we accept this as truth, we buy the illusion, hoping to purchase joy. Joyce Meyer says, all we want to do is just be happy. But we don't know how to. Put it on a credit card, pay them whatever he makes his fee, but it goes quickly. Johnny has goals, plans, and responsibilities, so as he gets older, to save is a need. These companies make their own products obsolete in our minds, so when a new one's released, they're sold up for the 5th week. We got everything in the world but true love and peace. See the inside is good, but the outside is clean. Now I'm talking to a doctor who has many degrees, who was telling me his knowledge can set me free. First me to believe in fact and drop the theology. He said the Bible distorted my reality. Then he told me daily to take these three pills that would chill my insanity. So now it's time to buy new phones and TVs and download instead of CDs and DVDs. It used to be convenient, but now it's necessities like Alexis and HAL 9000 PC's predecessor. If you look into the prophecies, the 3 laws of robotics, go ahead and read. I hope about some sophisticated maybe these crazy paranoid writers ain't crazy. Facts do it, machines mass produce babies, and humans are one beast and machine. If you don't embrace technology, then you'll be considered a monkey, considered history. From gay marriage to marriage equality, if you disagree, you're a racist promoting bigotry. In this brave new world, acceptance is the key, no matter who you fuck or what you believe. The God, the element, the planet Mercury, Gnosticism, the Kabbalah, alchemy. My words are the book spenders who want to speak. A gift to the Lord, most high supreme beings. I will gravitate by radiating this energy, annihilate and create the base metals of my beliefs. Foundation, yes, that is why humanity has everything in the world but true love and peace. Since I accept you and you accept me, we don't have to fight. Let's just be friendly. You can marry anything or anybody. You can be anything or anybody. Instead of judgment, we say do as you please. We embrace all forms of sexuality. We put it on the website that the world can see. We no longer hide in closet. Now finally, I can be myself, accepting my beauty. Plus, I can get a hug, get love, and acceptance is guaranteed. Here we belong to everybody. Only fools still respect monogamy. So our life looks like some type of pornography, forbidden magic, mixed with alien technology. We got the power to heal any disease. We got everything in the world but true love and peace. We seek God to heal the pain that's deep. Sometimes we're strong and faithful, sometimes we're weak. We make right and wrong choices every day of the week. I'm seeking to release the chains of misery. Some of my debt piles up with my unmet needs, which affects my health. Most don't live healthy on the train. James came on your D. They put the video on the web and his fan base increased. You had no idea because he's asleep. While Billy makes 25G monthly, getting drunk, making YouTube video streams. Started in his parents' basement, now he lives like a king. While men with degrees work and making D's. The rich commit suicide, homicide because of cream, but often more because they have lost the dream. They got everything in the world but true love and peace. The God, the element, the planet Mercury, the Kabbalah, Gnosticism, alchemy. My words are the book of splendor, so when I speak I give to the lowest mortal and highest supreme beings. I'll gravitate by radiating this energy, annihilate and create my base metals or beliefs, foundation. And yes, this is why humanity has everything in the world but true love and peace. This would work. I don't know. I was with Janice talking to this jerk. He wasn't a jerk, really. He was just drunk, kinda cool. Let me continue with the story. My check 1, 2. He lit his weed and watched me feed the Janice. I pointed the camera at my kitty cat Candace. I was playing my piano live on the internet, catching records till I realized what I was doing. This song is really just a test. This freestyle will manifest what will happen next. Let's dance naked to the fire by the drums and tell stories to the rising of the sun. The cities came home to get laid and paid, but then came the mermaids. Mr. Desire, even though they were half-faced, the women sang a song and it went something like this. I can make you a god, although you are a man. I know right now you really don't understand. Just close your eyes and take my hand and listen to the song that I change. Yeah, we're doing this on a new computer. Old school M audio note. Jive turkeys don't hit me though. Ready though, You might not like what I have to say, but if you are atheist and if you are gay, you're gonna burn in hell someday, You're gonna burn in hell someday, And your mother will be burning too, right next to the Kabbalists and the Buddhists. I ain't trying to diss you, I'm trying to help. There's gonna be a lot of good people burning in hell. You got a KKK claim to be Christian, but they're gonna be burning in hell with the Bloods and the Crips and anyone who thinks different. Anyway, this is the song that I'm kicking. I just want my new Nike Air Jordans. I paid $300 for it. They were made by a kid in a foreign land, or maybe by the prison industrial complex. I can make you a god, I know that you're a man. Right now you probably don't understand. Just close your eyes and take my hand and listen to the song that I changed. I'm making music for adults that play with teddy bears and kitty cats. And those who play with Adobe Photoshop. My mom says my hair looks like I'm into punk rock. Multicolors, but I ain't 6'9", I got slick rhymes. This is how I'm gonna get mine. Before we get into that, I say rest in peace to Mean Gene and the gorilla Muhammad Ali. Okay, I got mine by using a little vision. Stay persistent, the race isn't given to the men who use the swiftness. The race is only given to those who don't give in. I used to be a slave to their uniform, now I follow rainbows while riding unicorn. One day Nimrod united all men to create this great tower named Babel. And the Lord said that he had to stop them unless they would be successful. Did you know that the tornado or the whirlwind is really a portal to another dimension? This is what the Tower of Babel was really about, like when Elisha saw his master be out. He saw me and John and said, do you want to leave? I said I want to stay and I want to leave. I ran with a blondie dreaming about having a family and helping other people to live happily. At this time it's all was insanity. Most of the movement was slow, but gradually, eventually, it would happen, G. Stuff I was talking about in my rapping scene. Anyway, I got more to say, so I'ma say it. I'm afraid to say, nigga. And what I'm afraid to say, I just said. I wish I could hold you and kiss your hand. The circuit is loving kindness, the pillar of mercy. Come to me if you're thirsty. Come to me, girl. I'll have you doing something that you would love to do. At first it may seem uncomfortable. What I am doing to you is my purpose. Praise the Lord, I am his servant. Child, I can make you a god, but now you're just a man. I know you probably don't understand. Just close your eyes and take my hand and listen to the song that I chant. I can make you a goddess, I know you're just a woman. Right now, girl, I know you don't understand. Just close your eyes and take my hand and dance with the great one, David Winsay. So, let's dance naked by the fire to the drum. Let's dance naked and tell stories to the rising of the sun. Let's tell stories and make love, do it in public in front of everyone. Let's make love. Pick up the weed and put down your gun. Come on, everybody, let's just have fun. I don't want to fight. I'm a punk. Like I said before, yo. I like kitty cats and teddy bears. Video games. Yo, I kick your asses in video game now.
They all feel the pain. You are not ready for us!
This album is dedicated to Clifton, Gina, Chester, Burrow, Brett, Douglas, Mr. F. Greg, Juan, Tom, Elaine, Marcy, Fred, Richard Brown, Phyllis, Naomi, and Murder Diaz, my brother Lindo, my girl BC, Jack, Angelica, MGD, Crazy Ray, Justin, Snowden, Koala, and Black. to Stan Lee because when he died I cried to my 3 cats and my beautiful mother. Rest in peace, King Salute, Dad, Dorothy, Ryan, E.G. And if I didn't mention your name, listen to me, I don't love ya. That night they were testing out the X and Mars rovers and building space probes to explore new horizons. Her team was searching for that Goldilocks planet and ways to get there that didn't take light years. She took a brace in the office, closed the door, passed a snack and then started hitting the shatter. Inside the pin, she gets ripped for 10 minutes. Then they go back to work blasted. He sits on the throne while looking at the poor. It hurts him, it's great, yearning to help brothers and sisters in hell on earth, but first the king must help himself. He wakes up in the morning, grabs his sword, meditates, and after that he's sparring. Sometimes he wishes that he was never born all the time, but anyway it's time to get focused. I'm fascinated with the woolly bear mammoth, the city of Atlantis, the coral reefs. This album is also dedicated to Crossroads, Fly Richie, Maria from L.I. and that Queen Seal Christine. From space the coral reefs are visible, the polar caps are melting at an alarming rate. The Kabbalah was first verbal and never written, passed down from master to initiate. These rabbis never knew it was due to go public. We had abacus before we had smartphones. There was a time a man was called the computer, if he could perform advanced math in his dome. In 1822 was the difference engine, the first automatic computing engine concept. In 1938 the Xeon was invented at the same time America was developing. The ABC, the first digital computer. She's the boss, so when she talked we listened. We're dropping the Voyager project. She told us, and if we remain in space, infinitely drifting. Drifting, my mind is dreaming about kissing her hand, traveling on magic carpets with her, singing a song along with the gods. We could give each other superhuman powers. Red hair like Jean Grey, she became the Phoenix. I was Wolverine, bones indestructible. I was loving. I hate when your husband Cyclops is around, but y'all hate that. You the boss in this office, and so we spoke for a few. Then I relayed the message back to my crew, who then went to work following a new plan. Draw if you want to draw, paint if you want to paint, sing if you want to sing, dance if you want to dance. Flow with no concern of product quality, do it constantly, and enjoy what you're doing. Don't let life rob you of what you love. If you need to do something, now is the time to do it. My team got hype and started looking in the mirror and started to love what they saw in the mirror. They started standing up to what they were once in fear of, and they were no longer bound nor in fear of. They became gods, and God is love, and loving is life, and then life is in love. My team led the company to success. I remember thinking I could never be a success. I didn't know what to do or where to go, so I did all I could and said I would go anywhere, do anything to complete the mission. I hate to live and didn't want to finish the mission, but now I'm wishing as the countdown begins. When the rocket takes off, our new life begins. New life. We go to a place no human has ever been, wondering is this where angels, gods, or aliens have been. 10, 9, 8, 7, y'all know the rest. The rocket takes off and inside it we rest. Everyone has the ability to create, but life often makes it hard.
Welcome everyone to part 1 of a video walkthrough for the original Legend of Zelda. My name is Montes of Zelda Dungeon, and I'm gonna walk you through the game.
Had it all. The only dough they ever had came from selling, and I ain't telling what men and women are selling. We on a voice to Andromeda, Osiris watching Type 2 supernova, and mass black hole were observed but probably happened thousands of years ago. The info we're gathering can only be answered through space travel, and here answers lead us into deeper questioning. Because life's building block is water, our view is open to new Goldilocks area. Right. I told her I could take it there if you just give me a hand, miss. I dedicate my art to every artist. Shout outs to Ed Natal, MF, Tandu, Sugarcane, Snake, and Valerie the Goddess. Let's play with teddy bears, toys, cars, dolls, and action figures, naked in public. World peace. Let's dance naked by the fire to the drum, and tell stories to the rising of the sun. Come on everyone, it's time to have fun. Go one-on-one with the great one. DWI.
People say, well, have you found life yet? No. Well, that's like going to the ocean. This has been said before. Taking a cup of water, scooping up, and saying, there are no whales in the ocean, Here's my data, You need a slightly bigger sample. Carbon is the most chemically fertile element in the entire periodic table. You can make more kinds of molecules with carbon than all other molecules combined. First, remember what the U stands for in UFO. Now, there's a fascinating frailty of the human mind called argument from ignorance. And this is how it goes. You ready? Somebody sees lights flashing in the sky. They've never seen it before. They don't understand what it is. They say, a UFO. So they say, I don't know what it is. It must be aliens from outer space visiting from another planet. Well, if you don't know what it is, that's where your conversation should stop. You don't then say it must be anything.
It's of course going to be a double bond, and I know that because of this signal down here between 9 and 10. Remember, a signal between 9 and 10, that's the region for an aldehyde proton. So we have an aldehyde proton over here, so I draw on my carbonyl, I draw on my hydrogen, and then this is another piece of the puzzle. This signal represents 2 protons.
To the 3 schools that rose in this period: Christianity, Gnosticism, and Neoplatonism. Neoplatonism, or the New Platonism, claims its original inspiration and descent from the writings of Plato and his legitimate successors.
Consequences are the internet, GPS, computers, fiber optics, a broadband internet. All of that is a consequence of the quantum theory. Now, you'd think that a theory that powerful would be logical, compelling, and intuitive. Wrong. It is the most bizarre theory ever proposed in the history of science. Einstein couldn't get his head around it. It reduces everything to probability so that there's a probability that electrons can vanish, reappear someplace else. Electrons can be 2 places at the same time and exist in multiple states at the same time. How can you possibly exist 2 places at the same time? How can you be in multiple states simultaneously? Well, that's just the way the atomic world is. But at the atomic level, electrons exist in multiple states all the time. And you know what that's called? That's called the laser beam.
So set your mind daily to show mercy and kindness. Verse 4, so shall you find favor. You know what that means? People are going to like you and they won't even know why. Doors are going to open for you. So you shall find favor, good understanding, and high esteem in the sight of God and man. Verse 5 through 8, lean on, trust in, and be confident in the Lord with all your heart and mind.
One night, a group of professional fishermen fished all night, but they couldn't get a bite. They were cleaning their nets. Then the Lord told them to go outside and cast your net to the other side. They didn't feel what he was speaking and probably only did it so that they could be obedient. Then they started fishing in the deep waters, but this was really the same waters they was fishing in before. Anyway, now they are catching a large amount of fish. Is it possible that before the Lord held back the fish? Because the only difference in the scenario is the Lord coming through with the miracle. In the Old Testament, God murdered a lot of innocent people, but it's still considered just. Some of these people believed in different gods, so they got stoned, killed by the sword. But they weren't all heathens like the 70,000 plus that had to die when David took the census. From the sword to the crossbows to the MAC-10s, I'm killing anybody with a different religion in it. See, man-made religion, tolerance, but I am intolerant. Let's get deeper and talk about life. Make your body a living sacrifice. That's easy to say, but hard to do. So hard to do. Right now, you know what I want to do. I want to experience sexual pleasure. But if I do, then I will get arrested. I got me thinking, was I'm a Christian? Am I? Always focusing on my sex life. I need to focus on the next life instead of focusing on my death life. A fool. This ain't cool because, dude, I've been like this since elementary school. And now I'm 41, going on 42. Singing the same song, I wish I was never born. Fuck life. Praise Christ. In every situation, I am always right. It is always my fault that it happened. I am a man, so I must accept this. And if the woman is beautiful or ugly, I know she would not like, want, or love this. But who cares? I got Jesus. everyone, you need to get Jesus. Become a Christian. Become a Christian. If you're a Christian, become a better Christian. Sometimes I dance with the devil trying to enjoy life, but those actions ain't right. I'm feeling guilty. I'm feeling shame. My pastor telling me that these are good things. This is good. It's called the conviction of the Holy Spirit. God's voice. I know you hear it. He's saying stop watching porn. Stop, move on. Sip in that new wine. Sing a new song. The things you used to do, you do no more. Take off the gray clothes and put on the new clothes. Mama telling me to go outside and get laid. My niggas telling me to go outside and get laid. Open up that door that you can't close. You might have to pay the rest of your life for. Some shit that only lasted 2 minutes. You didn't really enjoy it, but you still hit it. Sure little fat pig blood, nigga puffed it, then I stuck my dick up in the bitch raw, like fuck it. And when I told my friends and family the story, they so happy for me, they threw me a surprise party. La-di-da-di. I'm thinking about how I just came inside a total stranger, how much I love embracing these types of dangers. Then I woke up from a dream. Was it a nightmare? Was it a dream? Was it reality? I can't tell. When I look at my speech, it's easy to recognize why so many people can't tell that I'm a Christian. And also my actions. That's all the balance. But you be like, the people of the world live a better life. And they got much better insight. You go to them for therapy and advice because you the one messed up mentally. And people of the world don't do what I have done, brother, like that. Do in the church with boldness and stepmother. And it's not what I used to do, but I'm still doing. It's even a sin to look at a woman sexually. The deacon says it's wrong for Christians to date. Pastor says it's wrong for Christians to masturbate. Another pastor says it's okay to masturbate as long as you don't think about somebody sexually. When you masturbate, don't do that. Then let's talk about when 200 aliens came to Earth to have sex with humans. These angels also came with secrets. And to humans, they began teaching the tree of life. This wasn't the Kabbalah. This tree of life opened up magic powers. This is the same tree of life in the Kabbalah, in the book of Genesis, and throughout the whole Bible. See, we are all trees of life, as explained through 10 or maybe 11 circles. Now let's forget to the flood. God knew not everything would be destroyed in the flood. Some would survive. This wasn't a surprise because God is all-knowing. Let's keep on going. God is not happy with my actions. David Winston is not happy with my actions. I'm tired of all of these faded attractions and this fantasy world that I live in. That you'll be giving love back to me. Baby. All the time, baby. Roberto Clemente, Mae Young, Earl Garner, Richard Pryor, Christopher Wallace, Michael Jackson. Not Tupac. That nigga is still alive. Rest in peace to all the other ones. Thank you for your assistance in this journey. All I wanna do is love you.
Baby.
So I rubbed the Bible, and God, or the Holy Spirit, came out. Who cares? He was like, I will grant you 3 wishes. I was like, I want to be a billionaire, I want to marry Joy, and I want unlimited wishes. Praise Jesus. See, it's just that simple. Now you out there, do the same. Can you hear what I'm spitting? Over the rhythm, Abraham heralded monotheism. Before him, all men knew was polytheism. God only revealed himself to very few back then. Whether it was a Kabbalah or Judaism, Abraham is recorded as the father of his great wisdom. Back then, we slew men, women, beasts, and children stole all they had and took all their lands from them. You see, faith is a shield, defense, and a weapon, and so is your sword. When the enemy steps in, a lot of people got killed for serving other gods, but they didn't know any better, and that's how they were taught. Young Egyptians are in when they're firstborn and being taken in cold blood by the Lord. I wonder, do the baby go to heaven and Hades, and do children and babies go to heaven and Hades? The biblical answer would be yes. Then the pastor said I need to use common sense. Religious people use it often as an excuse. You get the same results from excuses and reasons. What I mean is nothing plus nothing is nothing. One could have everything and have nothing. I who have nothing and offer you everything, and 10 times out of 10 for this I receive nothing. Now let's talk DJ Kool Herc for a moment on Cedric Afro in the Bronx. The block party, he invented hip hop with Coke Rock. I don't know the man, so I wrote the song that thank him for. You invention also the Fat Five, I must mention. DJ Red Alert with Rock and Kiss FM. Friday nights, you and Mr. Magic wearing competition, switching back and forth from radio stations. I be listening. Many are called, but few are chosen. You are obedient to the call, but you're still going to that place that it don't get cold. Sorry, son, you ain't had the right clothing. Gnash those teeth in hell, not Christians burn eternity. All those who think different. When the pastor talks, you refuse to listen because the pastor lies and can see that it is a racist. You ask the question your pastor can't answer. The part of what man is logic and facts. So now you sit on hot coals of fire. You get hard about how you tried to live your life for God, but you didn't do it right. You should have been a cold there to cheat and beating on your wife. Because they know they was going to hell, but you chose the wrong religion, so it's like, oh well. I love life, I hate life, I love me, I hate me. The reason I hate me is I love you, and I will always love you. You'll never love me. We don't get everything we want or need. In life, God works by sovereignty. This is why I praise God and joy in misery. The lesson we were taught in all simplicity. My parents are messed up, but I'm always wanting love. More than enough I get from mom and kitty. Awesome job. I greatly appreciate the many blessings, but still hate waking up alive every morning. I know you want to be my friend. I know men and women the same to me. Human, so I put all my faith in him. Faith is dead without actions. What we need is less suicide prevention and being pro-ban for suicide assistance. Don't tell anyone. If I have a plan, are you going to go alone or are you going to take your fam? That's when Dan said, fine, cock bastards died the family and then they won't know he won't leave them behind. He kills his family, then kills himself. Who's going to heaven? Who's going to hell? Some get no chance of living life in hell. Try to enjoy life, die, and eternity fry in hell. I don't stress it, I'm just happy I'm not one of them. Those blinded excuse-making brothers. I don't trust any human being. I only trust God. If one doesn't love himself, can he love God? David says it's a piece of shit in the trash. Focus on what I can't get, not what I have. So places of torment, stress, misery, and death are what I call home because I was incorrect. And it's the very best that I can ever get. So instead of being mad, I'll just praise the Lord for it. Thank you, Jesus. I know he gave you a gift you hate, but you're obligated to give him praise. Sex destroys life. Don't fall in love. Live alone. Die alone. Do you hear the mermaid? Her song comes from the goddess. We wait by the sea, eager, because the dawn is nigh. Let's dance naked by the fire to the drums, and tell stories till the rising of the sun. When our deities came, we began to dance, running into the unknown, eyes closed, hand in hand. Let me tell you one more thing, and I kind of forgot to say this, but life is all about Jesus, the God of the Bible, the Holy Spirit. That is the divine truth, objective truth.
Again, discipline is defined as self-imposed standards for the sake of a higher goal. All leaders have to have self-discipline. The key to achieving your vision is discipline. Proverbs 29, where there is no vision, the people perish. Where there is no vision, people throw off restraint. That's what that word perish means. In other words, where there is no revelation of the future, people throw off self-discipline. In essence, vision is the source of discipline. Discipline is the root of leadership. A disciplined person naturally begins to attract people because
nobody is ready for Oscar. Take these streets of life, put them in your pipe and smoke them. I'd wake up in the morning, watch porn all day long, getting high. Wasted money and time. Now what I used to do, I do no more. I live a new life. So now instead of Darcy Dose and Vanessa Very Cruz, I kiss your hand and I tell you that I love you. And do we dance, doing the two-step, the room by the moonwalk like Michael Jackson. It told me that I'm a beautiful man who is generous and provides that real Latin passion. Men changed by desperation or inspiration. In life we all need affirmation and quality relationship, because all relationships are mind and life changing. All relationships are based on trust. All relationships need to grow. The objective is for all members to get better, whether the movement is fast or slow. It's got time to analyze who you dance with, because who you dance with, you are taking a chance with. I remember begging, taking, and asking, can I just have this one chance? So I gave the dice a roll, thinking I was in control, but man rolled the dice and God controls the outcome. I remember not liking the things I do because I didn't do it like this one or that one. Dan Lee, Stevie Wonder, Stephen and Levi, Errol Garner. Even when I had no skills, my teacher used to tell me nobody does art like me. I couldn't see it until I met Marissa, Caitlin, Mr. Fogler, Stephanie. These people were constantly arguing with me. See, I was looking at the man that I was while they was looking at the man that I could be. And I know how you crazy ladies saw what you saw, but I want to thank you all. I could talk about Mrs. Gomez and Dr. Jackson, but I got more things to talk about when I'm rapping. We're dancing naked to the fire by the drums and telling stories to the rising of the sun. Yeah, I know what it's like to be an addict. I be so scared you don't even want to have sex. I know what it's like to be hopeless and to live life in misery. And I know what it's like to have no money and nobody and have all your dreams crushed continually. How do you change your mind when it needs changing? How do you uninstall and then install a new program? Even when I delete a file, it is still there, and my hard drive hidden somewhere. The hardest thing to do in the world, literally, is no matter what, never give up on your dream. I used to dream about standing in front of you. Now look at me, I'm standing in front of you. I used to dream about telling you the truth. Now I'm standing in front of you, telling you the truth. It's time for you to be free. You can love yourself because you are worthy. I start by giving you the love you've been missing, and what it did in your life is getting risen. You hear the mermaid singing throughout the album. The tornado, you are not ready for Oscar. The black samurai, come on and call my name. You can either lead change or be led by change. I remember when I used to tell my mama that she's gonna live long and watch me become successful, and she will eat all the fruits of that success. She told me by me she will always be impressed. I didn't have the wisdom to let go, so I said it's my heart I'm going to follow. Was I being wise? Was I being a fool? It doesn't matter now, because now I got you. Then my teddy bears named Black and Koala went outside, danced and picked flowers. The scene was oh so pretty. The birds sang love songs to you, the dogs played with the kitties. I remember like sick Rick, I was upset and upset until I figured out ways to make myself look better. When you start looking better on the inside, you start looking way better on the outside. Cause now I got the money and I got the honey, but you know what I got which is more important to me? Something that I can't explain, the fruit that I eat. So in turn I also doodle. I have many things that make me beautiful and attractive. So do you, so let's continue. You took my hand and I led you to the mothership. We sang a song and it went something like this. I am God, you are God. I am the devil, you are the devil. Yes, there's nude, but it's fire to the drums and tell stories to the rising of the sun.
The discipline that they put themselves through. If you do the same thing as a person, people will then begin to believe what you say. Your very life of discipline creates trust. If you remain consistent and disciplined in your life, you'll find people will come just to watch you, and they'll want to actually pay to watch you. Your destiny dictates your decisions. If someone offers you something and it doesn't collaborate in its unity with your vision, it's easy to say no. See, but without a vision, it's tough for you to refuse things. Stress comes from not knowing what to do. This is no time for experimentation. This is a time for intentional living. You've got to know where you're going now. This is too late to take detours and go through corners you ain't supposed to go through and wondering how to get there. Everything that you do is supposed to be motivated by your vision. Do you know why most people are actually poor? Poverty, like we learned last night, it's not a problem. It's a result. Most people are poor because